And a good afternoon / evening. I guess it's 7 o'clock almost, 6:54, so that would make it evening. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Thanks for joining us here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. And we have Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling, Macomb High Bombers Sports here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH right now. It is Bomber Volleyball, varsity style, coming your way now here on the Hulett PubliPro LLC YouTube channel. MDH, of course, our title sponsor for TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. MDH, McDonough District Hospital's athletic trainers and MDH's Rehabilitation Center, with locations in Bushnell and Macomb, provide expert help to Spartan student athletes, as well as Bomber student athletes, Cyclone student athletes, and the prevention, care, and rehabilitation of all athletic injuries. Learn more at mdh.org. McDonough District Hospital, more than hospital care, a hospital caring. And Arnold Brothers, since 1960, Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling has provided the greater Macomb area with expert sales and service and installation of quality home comfort systems. Call your local Carrier dealer today at 309-833-2852. and find out how Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling delivers 365 days of indoor comfort. So we're here for varsity action. The Lady Bombers have had a pretty good night. They have won the freshman contest in 2 sets. They won the sophomore / JV contest in 2 sets. See what the varsity team can do here against the Crimsons, who bring a large team, both in numbers and in size, to the table here in this varsity contest this evening. So we'll see how the Bombers fare. A couple things you're going to hear a little different tonight than you've heard if you've watched some of our broadcasts. Sports Corner at 1:24, we'll have the Sports Corner kill. So every time the Bombers end a point with a kill, you'll hear a Sports Corner kill, kind of like in the old days at Western Hall. You used to have the Citizens National Bank shot. Well, we have the Sports Corner kill here in volleyball. You'll hear some of that stuff throughout the year as Tom Conklin State Farm is sponsoring touchdowns in football. We'll be on air tomorrow night with the football game. And then Sports Corner has first downs in football as well. So a lot of great stuff coming your way on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, with Macomb Bombers Sports, presented by Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling. This game also brought to you by Ron Elby Auto Sales, with locations in Macomb and Augusta. With 80 years of car sales experience, Ron Elby Auto Sales is your hometown go-to for your next car. In Macomb on East Jackson Street, stop and talk to Justin, Jared, or Chris, or visit them at www.lbsalescars.com to check out their inventory. So we're about 3 minutes away from game time. We'll have the national anthem, I am sure. And then we'll have starting lineups. Looks like Mr. Horrell, Coach Horrell is down there. Coach Sullivan is down there as well, as they're getting ready to do the starting lineups for the varsity contest, which is just a couple minutes away. We'll take a quick break here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. And we'll be back with the starting lineups in just a couple minutes.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True Convection Cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True Convection Cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
We're an 11-bed ER. I pride myself on every day that the patients get what they need.
And welcome back to the hangar here at Washington Street Gym as the Crimsons are just about to finish up their warm-up period. We're going to take about 30 seconds, it looks like, to throw a few serves across the net. And then we'll be ready to go with the start of tonight's contest here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We do have our live chat open. We didn't have anybody take advantage of that during the Fresh Soft game, but we ask and we encourage you to hop into live chat, tell us where you're watching from, who you're cheering for, and so on and so forth. We love to get some interaction going in the live chat, so hop in there and let us know where you're watching from. The 1 minute timeout timer is on the clock. That means we're just about ready to get underway here as Coach Horrell's trying to get one of the players to go shut down the music at the entry end of the gymnasium.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the hangar for tonight's IHSA volleyball game.
We'll let you try to hear what Coach Horrell has to say and the national anthem.
Starters for this evening. First for Jacksonville, number 1, Hulett. Number 3, number 7, Varsity.
A little bit of feedback, folks. I apologize. Brianne Rexroth, the head coach for the Bombers. So the national anthem in the books, and we're just about ready to get underway with varsity action here. We'll tell you the starters again for both teams. First for the Jacksonville Crimson, number 1, Riley Tobin. Number 3, Riley Drake. Number 7, Carson Crow. Number 23, Ella Wilson. Number 25, Mackenzie Gerard. And number 27, Maya Wilson. For your Bombers, the libero is going to be number 1, Sarah Stufflebeam. The other 6 starters will be number 3, Caitlin Robinson. Number 4, Taylor Adair. Number 8, Quinn Rexroth. Number 11, Allison Stortzum. Number 13, Kennedy Adair. And number 15, Allie Thorman. That's the starters for both teams tonight as we're underway, or just about ready to get underway here from the hangar at Washington Street Gym. Miles Hulett back on the camera again. And back serving first will be Maya Wilson, and she serves a service error deep and out of play. It'll be Bombers serving, checking in to serve for the Bombers. Going to be number 5, Ellie Duncan. Ellie Duncan to serve for MHS. Deep floater, it's Doug. It's going to be back row attack. Nice dig by Duncan. The attack and a air sends the ball into the net. A side out, evens the score at 1 apiece. Back to serve is number 7, Carson Crow for the Crimson. Dug by the libero. On the attack, Kennedy Adair gets, or excuse me, not Kennedy Adair, Allie Thorman gets the first kill of the match. That's the Sports Corner kill number 1 for the Bombers. And going back to serve will be the libero, Sarah Stufflebeam. Doug. And they're going to call a double hit on the setter, Maya Wilson. A point for the Bombers. And Sarah Stufflebeam gets it. Deep right corner and out. Trying to paint the line down the right side and couldn't quite keep it in. Looks like number 16 checking in, Lizzie Watson, replacing number 23, Ella Wilson. Watson back to serve for the Crimson. Adair gets it across. Going to come near side. A attack there by number 1, Riley Tobin, goes deep and out of play. Back to serve for the Bombers. Going to be number 3, Caitlin Robinson. Robinson serve down the middle. It'll be Wilson with the set. A big time block by the Bombers. Over there on the block for the Bombers, Catherine Lucanen and number 4, Taylor Adair. A service point for Robinson. Blocked that time's Doug. It's going to be a free ball if they can get it across. Stufflebeam does for the Bombers. Much better defense to the net thus far. There's a tip by Drake. It's Doug, going to be pushed across. And they called a double hit on Robinson, who is the setter for the Bombers. And it's going to be a side out. 5-3 is the score. Robinson back set to Adair, and it went off the net. I think it was going to go in had it not rode the net for just a second. 5-4 is the score now. Serving for the Crimson, number 35 is Sierra Goins. She got a service point. Stufflebeam. Buchanan hits it out down the line, evens the score at 5 apiece. Goins gets her second service point. Stufflebeam is there. Robinson back to Adair, and Kennedy Adair drove that one home with authority, and she gets the sports corner kill, and she'll go back to serve now as she's going to be playing volleyball at the D1 level next year. 6-5, Bombers with the lead. Jump serve coming by Adair. It's off the arms of Wilson. It's going to be a free ball across. Stufflebeam is there. Robinson sets middle, and it's going to be on the attack and the kill. A sports corner kill for Taylor Adair. The junior gets the kill, and it's 7-5. Kennedy Adair got the point. Adair's there. Robinson near side. The attack was by Stortson. That's hit out, a hitting error by Wilson. Results in another point for the Bombers. It's 8-5. Adair back to serve again. Punched across. Adair sets near side to Stortson. Doug, and then a big-time attack on an overpass by number 25, Mackenzie Gerard. She gets the Crimson's first kill and a side out. Makes it 8-6. Back to serve for the Crimson, number 3, Riley Drake. Robinson sets near side to Stortson. Stortson's bounced off the net. It'll be far side on the attack for was Crow for the Crimson. Now it's going to be Buchanan sent it across. Buchanan again on the right side. That's Stufflebeam. Robinson sets middle. That was Taylor Adair, but nothing doing. And then a little miscommunication is coming up to try a back row attack was Riley Drake, but front row player was in the way, so a hitting error. 9, and then a service error by Taylor Adair. Sends it right back. Checking back in for the Crimson is going to be number 23, Ella Wilson. Robinson gets a bump set up. It's going to be pushed across on a free ball by Thorman. Now it's going to come to the net. A nice one-arm dig back there by Gerard, excuse me. Robinson now. Thorman sends it across. Wilson off the block, and Adair can't get there. A soft kill, but a kill nonetheless for Maya Wilson. 9-8. Gerard got the service point. And that ball was out. So another service point for Gerard. And we're knotted again, this time at 9. That's short and into the net, and just like that, on the side out, Bombers get the lead back. Quinn Rexroth going back to serve for the Bombers. Deep off the arms of Riley Drake. It's an ace for the sophomore Rexroth. Eleven to 9's the score. Rexroth serves again. Right at Drake again. This time it's going to be set near side to Wilson, and she hits it out. Maya Wilson, a hitting error, and that makes it 12 to 9. Rexroth got another service point. She's back serving again. Drake, another pass to the net, and they're going to call a double hit. It was a little late call, but they called it. Rexroth gets another service point. 13-9. Bombers trying to take control here in set number 1. Right at Drake again. She's going at her every time. There's the attack from the middle. That was Wilson. That's going to be a free ball. That's going to be 4 hits, I think. Yep, they're going to call in the net. Wasn't 4 hits, but it was in the net. Rexroth's going to get another service point. (14-9). Short, Hulett serves, going to be a free ball, overpass. Robinson's going to dink it across. Going to go far side. Big attack by Crows. Doug. That was Stortzum on the attack. It's going to be a free ball across. Rexroth. Robinson comes to get it. Stortzum's going to hit it deep and just out by about 6 or 8 inches. They side out for the Crimson, and boy, did they need that. Back to serve. She'll be setting now as well as Maya Wilson. Stufflebeam is there. Robeson. Back set to Stortzum. Allie Stortzum gets the hit. Nothing doing now. Now the kill for the Crimson. Number 1, Riley Tobin gets her first kill. And every time the Bombers get out a little bit, Crimson creep back into it. Kennedy, Robertson. Abusing the block was Allie Thorman. She gets her second kill. And she drove it down between the net and the block to get the side out for the Bombers. It's a sports corner kill for Allie Thorman. And Robertson back to serve. No, it's not Robertson, excuse me. It's number 5, Ellie Duncan. That was out of rotation there. And a service error results in a side out. It is Crow serving. And it was just barely in. An ace for Crow. Should try again. Deep serve. That one is out by about 5 or 6 feet. Side out. Back to the Bombers. They lead 16-13. Stufflebeam back to serve. The libero for the Bombers. Wilson's going to set far side. Great attack for Riley Drake as she gets her first kill. And a side out. 16-14. Checking back in to serve one more time is Lizzie Watson. She served from the middle last time. She's going to go more left side, her left, defensive right to serve this time. Duncan is there. And Kennedy Adair comes cross court just a smidge too much. The hitting error goes wide left. Watson gets her first point. Deep and out. Side out for the Bombers. Back to serve the setter, Caitlin Robinson. Deep right at Drake. No, that was not Drake, excuse me. That was Crow they're serving at there. Kennedy Adair on the set by the libero, and it's going to roll down the line, and a tip and a sports corner kill for Kennedy Adair. She has 2 sports corner kills now. Robinson has her an ace right there. And that makes it 19-15. Robinson unofficially 3 service points. Crow is there. Big time block by Kennedy Adair. She was way up there, got a huge block on that one. 20-15. Bombers with the lead here in set number 1. And a timeout on the floor, charged to the Crimsons. We'll keep it here as we have our first timeout of the contest. This game being brought to you by Sports Corner at 124, Macomb's original local sports bar. Is Sports Corner at 124 with a focus on local sports. Catch WIU games and all the area TSSR Game Time live broadcasts at Sports Corner at 124, all while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop in and say hi at 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb. I ate there last night. The barbecue bacon burger is legit, folks, I'm telling you. Tom Conklin State Farm, face-to-face, over the phone, by email, or by text. You choose how you do business with Tom Conklin State Farm, Macomb. You can reach them at 309-837-1200 or visit them online at www.macombsf.com. Better yet, stop in and get your quote in person today at 1221 West Jackson Street in Macomb. Of course, today I mean tomorrow because they're closed now. But you know what we're talking about. Tom Conklin State Farm. We're happy to have them on board this year as well. They are sponsoring all the Bombers touchdowns this year. It is 20-15. The scoreboard wasn't keeping up there. I apologize. After the timeout. And the attack and the kill by Riley Tobin, her second kill. (20-16) now. The Crimson trail the Bombers by 4 here in set number 1. Been a pretty long first set. Big time attack by Adair, but it's Doug. It's going to be pushed across. Duncan's there. Adair drives it home again. A Sports Corner kill for Kennedy Adair. Unofficially her third kill. She's had some big time hits, but she gets the side out there. And Adair goes back to serve now. Of the Kennedy variety, by the way. Short, hard serve is an ace for Kennedy Adair. First ace, third point, 22-16. The floater comes left side and out of bounds. Brings it to 22-17, and back to serve is going to be Riley Drake for the Crimson. Adair with the dig. Near side to Stortsom. And she's going to get a Sports Corner kill. Allison Stortsom with the kill and the side out. And it's 23-17. Back to serve is going to be Taylor Adair now. Hard, low serve is an ace for Taylor Adair. And it's set point for the Bombers now. It's tipped down. Allie Stortsom gets the Sports Corner kill to end set number 1. 25-17 in set number 1. Bombers get the win. The Bombers are 5-0 tonight in sets against the Jacksonville Crimson. We'll take a break here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. You're watching Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling, Macomb High Bomber Sports. Join us at Hulett PubliPro LLC. We'll be back in just a minute or two.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
We're an 11-bed ER. I pride myself.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True convection cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True convection cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
And welcome back to the hangar here at Macomb High School. The Bombers win set one, 25-17. Looking to complete the overall sweep of Jacksonville here tonight. The Crimson have not won a set against the freshmen, fresh sophomores, or varsity to this point. And Ellie Duncan is going to set things off for the Bombers here. They'll serve first here in set number 2. Set goes middle, then off the block. A kill for Ella Wilson, her first. And the Crimson have the lead early here in set number 2. And a little bit of a bad toss, I think, there for Drake. Sorry, it wasn't Drake, it was Crow. Stufflebeam back to serve for the Bombers. They go far side to Drake, and she's going to get the kill. Riley Drake gets her second kill of the night. And we're trading side outs here early in this one. 2-1 is the score. Set number 2. And that's a service error for Lizzie Watson for the Crimson, and back to the Bombers it goes. Checking in for the Bombers, number 10, Kennedy Allensworth. Robinson back to serve. Drake with the attack. Duncan with the dig. Near side to Adair, and Kennedy Adair gets the sports corner kill. That's her 4th kill. Robinson gets her 4th service point. And it's 3-2. Bombers have the lead for the first time here in set number 2. The bump set's going to go over to Drake. She'll push it across. Robinson gets it. Stufflebeam comes near side to Adair, and Adair couldn't get to the net and do anything with it. And it's a side out, and we're knotted again. This time at 3. Checking in to serve, going to be number 35, Sierra Goins. She has 2 service points. She got the first 2 service points of set number 1 for the Crimson. Stufflebeam tracks it down. Robinson sets it to Allensworth. It's Doug, far side to Drake again, a block, and it hit the post. It hit the pole, the foul pole, out of bounds, a hitting error. And it's 4-3, and Kennedy Adair going back to serve. Checking in is Allison Stortzman for the Bombers. The Adair's jump serve goes off of Wilson. Now it's going to be a bump pushed by Wilson across. Stuffelbeam's there. Robinson comes to get it. She sets middle, and somebody's in a net. Yeah, on the follow through. I was afraid that was the case. On the follow through, Taylor Adair got into the nets, and it'll be fours all tied up at 4 now. Back to serve is Crow, and that is out just barely, but they had the right read on it. They let it go, and it falls out of bounds by about 2 or 3 inches. Taylor Adair going back to serve now for the Bombers. Deep serve is in. That's an ace for Taylor Adair. Her second ace. And the Bombers are the first team here in set number 2 to have more than a side-out advantage. They lead 6-4. Taylor Adair serves again. This one's deep, and they did not touch it. They tried, but they did not touch it, or at least that's what the officials say anyway. Bomber student section does not agree. Adair takes a seat. Stuffelbeam comes back in. Storson, trouble. Allensworth goes over to get it, but can't bring it back in. A point for Girard, her third. And just like that, we're knotted back at 6. Storson, Robinson. Backside on the sports corner kill for Allensworth. Had to wait and see, make sure I was right there. But Kennedy Allensworth gets the sports corner kill. Gives her team the lead again, 7-6. She checks out. Allie Rexroth in to serve. Student sections getting into it a little bit here in a good way. That's deep and out. Was not touched. A hitting error results in another point for the Bombers. Makes it 8-6. What I was saying there is the Jacksonville contingent much smaller in number than the Bombers, trying to get in the act a little bit. And the Bombers responded with, "We can't hear you." Stuffelbeam. Robinson, middle, and that's a sports corner kill for Allie Thorman, her third. The Bombers lead 9-6 here in set number 2. They won set number 1, 25-17. This has been a much closer set here as the Bombers jumped out to about a 5-point lead and just kind of went back and forth with that in the first set. This time they have not been able to get away. In fact, they've been tied on numerous occasions. Checking out for the Crimson, number 35 is Goins. Checking in, number 7, Carson Crow. Or excuse me, number 1, Riley Tobin. Back to serve, number 27 is Maya Wilson. Stuffelbeam on the receiving of the serve. Off the block, abusing the block, and a sports corner kill for Allison Stortzum, her third. And a side out for the Bombers. Ellie Duncan back to serve, I do believe, for the Bombers. Deep middle and an ace as Tobin dove out of the way and Drake wasn't quite ready for it. Ellie Duncan gets her first ace and her first point of the night. Make it 11-7. Deep, and I think that landed in. Robinson thought it was out. She let it fall, and it landed right on an overpass. It landed right at her feet on the line. It's a side out. 11-8's the score. Crow back to serve. abusing the block again for a Sports corner kill. Allie Thorman gets her 4th kill of the night. Stufflebeam back to serve. Now it's deep. Wilson's going to bump set it across to Drake. She's just going to tip it more or less. And she's going to get her 3rd kill and a side out. Went up like she was going to attack, and she just tipped it over the block in front of the defense. And back to serve for the Crimson, number 16, Lizzie Watson. Stufflebeam is there. Robinson to Kennedy Adair, and she came cross court but drove that inside the 10-foot line. And she's going to get another sports corner kill. Unofficially, that is her 5th. She takes this. Thought she was going to take a seat. She did not. Robinson serve. Drake. Robinson receives. Allensworth then Adair. That was going to be middle. Off the block. I believe that was a kill for number 25, Mackenzie Gerard, her 2nd. And a side out for the Crimson. 13-10 is the score. Back to serve is Goins. Middle and a hitting error for the Crimson. It was a good thought. She was going to hit on the first pass, I should say. Allison Stortson coming back in for the Bombers. Kennedy Adair going back to serve for MHS. The jump serve again, short. Doug, set middle, a double hit. That was attempted to be set middle, but didn't work out so well. As the 4th service point for Kennedy Adair. Has a little bit of troubles for Goins there on the set. Hard, low serves. Goins is going to get to it. Maya Wilson bumps it across the free ball. Stufflebeams. Robinson. That's Taylor Adair on the attack. Goins now sets near side. It's pushed down the line and out. That was Drake trying to push it down the line, but it's a hitting error. Kennedy Adair gets her 5th service point. And the Bombers lead 16-10, their largest lead of the contest. Short, a little bit of a floater that time from the jump serve. Now Drake. And that set was right in between Drake and Gerard, and a timeout's going to be called by Jacksonville. We'll tell you this game being brought to you by Community News Brief. Community News Brief. Check them out for all your local news. Subscribe to Community News Brief Weekly Edition, mailed directly to your home every Friday. As an option, you can also receive Monday and Wednesday's editions by email, all for only $42 per year, $38 per year if you're 65 or older. Single copies can be purchased at select locations in Bushnell, Colchester, Blandonsville, and Macomb. And Good Hope Gardens. Good Hope Gardens, located at 445 East Main Street in Good Hope, just east of the North Elementary School, open April through October, Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, and Saturday 10 to 4. They have all kinds of great produce still available. And King Family Chiropractic with locations in Bushnell and Macomb. King Family Chiropractic supports Macomb Bomber athletes. They offer office hours in Macomb Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Adair's next serve. Going to be a free ball across. Stufflebeam is there. Robinson's going to set back to Allensworth, and Allensworth's going to get her 2nd kill of the match. Kennedy Allensworth, the junior, gets another kill. Unofficially 7 service points for Adair, and then a side out on a illegal rotation. It's going to be Drake back to serve for the Crimson. Near side to Allison Stortson, and she just drives it home. A sports corner kill for Stortson, her 4th. And it's 19-11, matching the largest lead of the game thus far for the Bombers. Taylor Adair serving and in the net, so the hit doesn't matter. Make it 20-11 now. Taylor Adair gets another service point, her third. Deep and way too far out, so it'll be a side out. Crimson will have another shot here. Back to serve for the Crimson. Going to be number 25. That is Mackenzie Gerard. Her jump serve short. Stufflebeam's there. Robinson comes to get it. Back row attack by Kennedy Adair. Now Crow's going to hit it across. Adair is there. Robinson near side to Allison Stortzum, and she goes down the line. It's out. Tried to paint the line and couldn't quite get it done. Hitting there, and a point for Gerard. That's her fourth service point. Stufflebeam is there. Robinson's going to set and then block on a hit by Allensworth. Allensworth stepped on a foot, I think. She hurt her ankle. And Allison Stortzum gets the sports corner kill. And Allensworth is hobbling over there. She's going to get some help off. She stayed up, but she instantly twisted that ankle. You saw her instantly start favoring her left ankle. Allison Stortzum gets the sports corner kill, but thinking more about Allensworth right now. It's 21-13. Rexroth serves. It's Doug. Drake from the back row. Stufflebeam is there. Robinson's going to come near side to Allison Stortzum again, and that's deep. Untouched, and a hitting error results in a side out. 21-14. Going back to serve is going to be Maya Wilson for the Crimson. 21-14. Bombers have not lost a set all night. Off the block, that was the attack by Thorman. Now it's going to be a tip by Robinson, and they're going to call a carry or 2 hits on Robinson. Drake, or Maya Wilson gets the point. 21-15. Stufflebeam. Robinson, near side to Thorman, and she drives it right off of Wilson. A sports corner kill of the best kind for Allie Thorman. Her 6th kill. 22-15. Ellie Duncan into serve. A little trouble. Will be a back row attack coming. It's deep. Rexroth's there. Robinson near side to Adair. Off the block. It's blocked, but it's dug. Robinson's going to set middle to Thorman this time, and she'll drive it home. A sports corner kill for Allie Thorman, her 7th of the match. And it's 23-15. Again, back up to an 8-point lead, the largest of the set. Checking in for the Crimson, number 11, McKenna Lovell. She'll replace Crow. Duncan got the service point last time. Her 2nd. Duncan a little trouble with that. It's going to go out unplayable off of Duncan and a side out. 23-16 is the score now. Level going back to serve. Stufflebeam is there. Robinson to Kennedy Adair, and she drives it right down the line. A sports corner kill for Kennedy Adair. Her 6th kill of the match. And back to serve, the libero, Sarah Stufflebeam. Deep left corner of the defense. Bump set, far side goes to Drake. She sends it across. Duncan is there. Robinson sets back to Taylor Adair. Now it's going to be Drake again on the attack. Stufflebeam there again. Robinson's going to set middle to Taylor Adair again, and that time it's going to go off of Tobin, and a Sports Corner kill ends it for Taylor Adair. She gets her second kill, and the Bombers get the win 25-17, 25-16 in 2 sets over the Jacksonville Crimson. We'll get Coach Rex Rote up here to talk to us hopefully in a few minutes. We want to tell you why you're here, so don't take off until you hear what Coach Rex Rote has to say. Game also being brought to you by Ron Elby Auto Sales and McDonough District Hospital. McDonough District Hospital, thank you for voting McDonough District Hospital Rehabilitation Center best of the best in McDonough County. Let their experienced and dedicated sports medicine and rehabilitation staff show you why MDH has been voted best of the best. 2017, 18, 19, 20, and on. 3 convenient locations to serve you, 2 in Macomb and 1 in Bushnell. And Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling, since 1960, Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling has provided greater Macomb area and they're singing the fight song for Macomb down there. That's why I stopped. But Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling has provided the greater Macomb area with expert sales, service, and installation of quality home comfort systems. Call your local Carrier dealer today at 309-833-2852 and find out how Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling delivers 365 days of indoor comfort. And the Old Dairy, located at 210 South Lafayette Street in Macomb, serving soup, salads, sandwiches, homemade dessert, Blue Bunny ice cream, and full-service coffee bar. Breakfast served all day long, and they have free Wi-Fi. Visit them online at www.olddairy.macomb.com or call 309-837-6700 for your takeout order. And Sports Corner at 124, Macomb's original local sports bar, is Sports Corner at 124. With a focus on local sports, catch WIU games and all the TSSR Game Time live broadcasts at Sports Corner at 124, all while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop in and say hi at 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb. So again, we're going to try to hope Coach Rex Rote finds her way up here. It's, not going to lie, it's pretty warm up here. We're top of the Washington Street Gym shooting, as you could see from the broadcast, and it's a hot one today. Wasn't that hot outside, I guess, but it feels pretty darn warm in here. Of course, we're up high, so the heat is sticking with us, so to speak. So we'll take a break here, play a couple commercials, and we'll see if Coach Rex Rote can find her way up here. We'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH in just a couple minutes.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and they care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
Get dinner to the table quickly, no matter how busy your day's been. True convection cooking uses a fan to distribute hot air evenly and cook food faster. So dinner is ready when they are. True convection cooking, brought to you by Whirlpool.
We're an 11-bed ER. I pride myself on every day that the patients get what they need.
And welcome back to Washington Street Gym, the hangar here, Macomb High School. You know, they play volleyball at the Washington Street Gym. Nice high looping ceiling, but the lights are low enough, I guess. I did see one ball hit something tonight. So
yeah, there's some poles out there in the middle of the court that
this doesn't happen very often, but it can happen. I'll tell you what, Coach Rexroth's with us, and you guys pretty much dominated tonight. I mean, freshman, sophomore, varsity, you guys had control all night.
Yeah, in the gym last night at practice, I was a little nervous about today because you never know how the first game's going to go after 3 weeks of trying to train and get ready. And I was really proud of the freshmen to see them grow. They were our first COVID group back in 7th grade.
Right.
And to see them playing a simple 4-2 basic thing in 7th grade, to seeing them playing this 5-1 and running some clicks and really buying into the system. That's the best I've seen them play since they were in 7th grade. And the JV, man, they don't ever give up on any play. They don't count them out on any play. So the JV's doing really well at that. And the varsity tonight, I thought they played solid and smart volleyball. And after that timeout in the first set, I said, you're kind of playing a little careful for me. Just go out there and let's start playing tough and see what we can do. And I thought they turned it around after that timeout.
Looked like that they were almost, especially like you said, later in the first set and then in the second set, they were in mid-season form of trying to paint lines.
Yes.
I mean, they were not looking for the let's just hit it in the middle of the floor. They were painting the lines. Adair, Stortzum, Thorman, all of them were painting lines. They weren't just taking the hit. They were looking to try to do something that was open.
Yeah, they are really responding well to swinging fast and trying to put the ball down. We said in the timeout, I'm like, all right, let's go be predators. Let's go try to find the kills. Where are they at? Where can we put the ball down at? And I thought Allie did a nice job. Taylor, each one of our hitters, Caitlin did a great job of just spreading the offense out. And on a free ball, I didn't know where she was going.
Right.
So.
Allensworth came in and had a couple good hits. She looked like she might have stepped on an ankle.
Yeah, I can't tell if she landed or if the girl, but it was a tight set. She went for it. She got a good swing off of it. I think she even got a kill off of it.
She did.
So,
and you guys ended up getting the point. So, but
yes, that's right.
You ended up getting the point on the next time it came across. But the thing that impressed me is instantly you could tell that she was hurt. You could tell but she didn't stop.
No.
She went where she was supposed to go.
I saw
she hobbled to there and she got there. She wasn't quitting.
No.
And I think that's something that you have to feel good about this early in the year. The girls no matter what happens, they're going to get to where they need to go.
And that's what I can say about almost every girl in the gym. And, even probably me, I have high expectations sometimes. And I'm like, we're not consistently going for everything. But to see them in the gym on game night and not giving up and just going for it. And that's what almost every girl out there at practice every day and each set is trying to do for us.
I know that you come from a school of playing tough teams. You want to play people that are going to make you better.
Yes.
I think people would expect Jacksonville to be that.
Yes.
You would the size of the town of Jacksonville, the size of the girls. They weren't small. You expect Jacksonville to come and give you guys a game. Mm-hmm. You guys obviously weren't scared. You weren't intimidated, and you took it to them. And really, I think at the end of the sophomore match and the end of the varsity match, you really demoralized them to the point where they just kind of quit.
Well, and Jacksonville's always, they always have size and strength, and we were really trying tonight because of their strength and because of their numbers and their size, we were really trying to push them back on serve receive. and just really get them out of system so that we can get some easier balls to dig up on our side and keep our offense strong. So the girls did a good job of pushing them to passing on the 10-foot line for us.
Well, I know you have, when you played high school, because that's how old I am. When you played high school volleyball, serving was important. You're obviously not Kennedy Adair tall.
No.
So serving was important. Defense was important. The thing that I notice about Kennedy Adair and your bigger girls, you can tell that you coach them because they can all do the back row stuff. You don't lose anything if they have to be back there.
No, and that's a lot of our practices, our ball control drills. There, you have to pass, you have to set, and you have to hit. You have to be able to do all three things. Some of our shortest people on the JV, I don't know if we got a lot of liberos on our JV. Every single one of them could be wearing a white libero jersey on that JV squad. But some of them have the best arm swing because they do all of that. They hit in practice, they dig. Everybody does everything in practice, and that's really been helping us in games.
I know that you've got, that people thought this year that you guys were going to be down a little bit. I've talked to some people and they're like, oh, they're not going to be as good. I don't think they're going to be as good. I think these girls made a statement tonight saying, you can think what you want to, but we're still pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah, we're still pretty good. What was your impression coming into this year, and how has that changed at all now after you got your first game under your belt?
Going into this year, I didn't think we were going to be down. I mean, I've been with them since they were all in 4th grade, and each grade level they push each other at practice. So Caitlin was running. I had 2 varsity setters last season for me. So even though Caitlin wasn't running it on the court, I had 3 actually with Rachel Langworthy in there. So last season, we were running against pretty much varsity teams at practice because Caitlin and Rachel could run the offense while Avery was running the offense on this side. So, I mean, I feel like this season we have a lot to offer and prove too.
Well, I know that Prairie Land Conference, right?
Yes.
So that's a few smaller teams, a few bigger teams. But obviously when you look to schedule stuff, you're going to go outside and find the bigger teams, right? That's what you're looking for in the postseason.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, not in the postseason, but in the regular season, your non-conference games are going to be bigger tournaments, bigger teams, bigger all that stuff, right?
Yes. This year we dropped the Mount Pulaski tournament. Scheduling-wise, it didn't work out, and that's usually in September. That's a good tournament for us to be into. So I didn't want to drop out unless we could replace it, and we actually got into the Q&D tournament at the end of the year. So this will be new for me. I'm not used to playing the weekend before regionals, but I'm excited to play some big teams the weekend before regionals.
Let's rephrase that. You're used to playing, right? Because Colchester played in that tournament back in the day.
I'm used
so
to
you're used to playing it. You're not used to coaching it.
Yeah, this will be new for me. I've never coached this tournament. Well, I mean, besides when I was coaching with Terry at West Prairie. But I played in it several
You have
times.
some experience down there, so you know that's a really good tournament down there, too.
I'm really excited for the girls to be in this tournament and see what it will be like for them. I think they'll really enjoy playing in this tournament.
I think that Kennedy Adair, watching her tonight, she's probably your best hitter, maybe your best player, but you've got 3 or 4 or 5 kids on this team that maybe they aren't as tall and don't hit quite as hard, but Thorman kills the ball. Allison Stortsom hit the ball really well for you tonight. Taylor Adair hit the ball pretty darn good for you tonight. There's no pressure on Kennedy, really. I mean, everybody expects her to be, but there's no pressure on her because she's got so much around her.
She's got a lot around her, so she's able to utilize, and we try to get her hitting different options and stuff like that, but everyone's been doing a really good job of being open because you can't depend on one. I mean, that's it, and Allie Thorman last season injured her ankle right before season, so she really worked on her arm swing last season for us, and now her jump is back. She's back to 100%. So you include her jump and her better arm swing, and she's been hitting the ball really well at practice for us.
Well, Coach, I'll let you get out of here. Not everybody's gone, but a lot of people are gone. I see Mom and Dad are down there.
Yep, we're always the last ones out of the gym, Matt says, and my parents say.
That's kind of how it works, isn't it?
Yeah, same thing with Terry back in the day.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. So, well, we'll be at all the home games, and we'll be at Southeastern when you play at Southeastern. We'll be at West Prairie, and we'll be at Bushnell when you play there. So
we're here for Southeastern.
Yes, you are. That'll be
a good one.
That'll be a good game. I tell you what, Southeastern's got a lot coming up too.
Their JV team last year was good. They were ball control kids. To put that in with the Stevens girl, that's gonna be good.
Yeah, they're gonna be okay. You guys are pretty good too, though.
Chris told me tonight she was gonna call some doubles, so I said I like it. We don't need to wait till postseason to see that call, so it's fine.
Exactly. And there was
There's
several, but there was several that were pretty obvious too.
Yep. No, I agree with her. I told her, I go, it's fine. We need to see it around this area, so it's fine.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, Coach, thanks for coming up and talking to us.
Thank you
Appreciate
so much.
it.
Thanks for being here.
We'll see you after every home game.
Yeah, we're excited.
Okay, sounds good.
You.
Thanks, Coach. Coach Rex Root coming up and talking to us. Well, that'll do it for tonight. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Miles Hulett was on camera for both these contests tonight. We'll be back tomorrow night. Macomb High football is on tomorrow night. Then we also have Bushnell-Prairie City football tomorrow night as well. Be on our Hulett PubliPro LLC YouTube channel. Of course, all these games stay on here forever, so you can watch them as long as you want to. Go back and watch as many times as you want. So for Miles, I'm Dwayne. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll talk to you again very soon here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.